Hello Union! Recently I asked you about some questions that you have on your training or that you have related to my training or related to calisthenics. And today I'm going to answer one of that questions because your questions are big for one video and I want to ask one in each video to have a better explanation for the answer for the question that you asked. So the first one that I'm going to answer is the one about the planche. Someone asked me about scapula strength for the planche. Specifically for the planche, you have some type of exercise that you need to do and need to perform in order to improve the scapula strength, the protracted scapula position, to improve the planche position and the planche form in your training. So you have different ways to perform this, from a beginner one to an advanced one, and I'm going to show you some ideas of exercise that you can perform to increase this range of motion, this strength on the scapula, mainly on the serratus anterior, the one that protracts your scapula, and the one that you need strengthened to improve that scapula position and the planche position at the end. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is a standing exercise, very beginning exercise for you to have the mind-muscle connection and to understand the position of your scapula. Just use a band, or if it's too much, don't use a band, to first recognize the position and then use the band to increase the resistance. So here you want to have your elbows straight at all times and protract your scapulas by using your serratus anterior to protract your scapulas, to slide them outwards on your back and strengthen that position. Make sure you do this controlled, don't go in a faster motion, go slow, feel the motion, feel the exercise working, feel the muscle contracting, and you will see that you will improve on your planche, on your position, and you are ready for the next step, another exercise that you will need to perform in order to improve your planche. When you are strong enough with this one, you can improve by using resistance bands, heavier resistance bands, or going to the floor, to the ground based, the closed kinetic chain exercise, that is the planche, with your hands on the floor. Here you can start with your hands and your knees on the floor and just doing protraction and retraction of the scapulas to mobilize the position and to work on that increased and activation of the muscle and increase the strength of the serratus anterior. So in this one, as you see here, you want to perform a controlled motion as well. Don't use your lower back, keep your abs contracted. Here you don't want to overarch at your back, meaning when you go to retraction you don't want to compensate by using your lower back, as well as when you go up you don't want to compensate by using your upper back and not using that much your scapula. The motion is only on the scapula. Don't use the rounding of your upper back to perform the exercise and get mistaken by the exercise and strengthen the wrong muscles. Here you want to have your chest without an activation, meaning that it needs to be relaxed and yes, the serratus anterior, the scapular muscles activated. In this position, make sure you go as well controlled. Don't go with a faster motion. Control the position, feel the motion, feel the exercise and feel the muscle activation. Before I show you the next one, make sure that you use elastic bands as well in this one when you are strong enough, when you can control the exercise with a good form, a good position, and you will improve this position even better with the resistance of the elastic band. Next one, you are going to go to the basics of the planche. Here you want to do what? You want to do planche lean with protracted scapula, and you can do this two ways. You can do it dynamically, going from pike to the planche lean, or just holding the planche lean and doing retraction and protraction just like we did before. This is another way and a better way to increase the planche position and the scapular strength, because you are in a more similar position to the planche itself and you are going to improve a lot and even better, because the resistance will be even higher because you are with an extra weight, the weight of your feet on the floor, and you are improving the strength and the position of the scapula, of the protracted scapula that you need to master. If you are an advanced athlete and you want to increase even more the strength and you feel like you can perform the protected scapulas on the planche lean, but you can perform it, for example, on a tuck, on advanced tuck, you need to perform this with that exercise, meaning you can pick up the tuck planche, for example, and perform scapula raises or scapula protractions and retractions while in this position. As you can see here, hold the position and then retract, let your body fall down, and then protract, keeping your body up. Don't worry too much about the position of your legs. If they aren't parallel and aligned with the rest of your body, that doesn't really matter at this point. What matters is that you have your core engaged, your protected scapulas are being activated, the serratus anterior are being activated, and that you understand the activation of the motion. You can do this just by holding the tuck planche with the protected scapulas, really thinking about the protraction of the scapulas, or just doing retraction and protractions as you did previously with the other exercises. Other than these ones, you have one that is not really common to see when it comes to retraction and protraction of the scapula, and is a kind of exercise that you need to perform to improve your hollow body position for the planche, and it can also be used to improve your scapula motion, your scapula strength and stability. This is more an accessory exercise, not really to work on the protection of the scapula, but as you asked about the scapula strength, this one comes really in handy when it comes to strengthening the scapula. So this one is hollow body with a stick and a weight on it. First you can perform it without the weight, just to feel the movement, to understand the position as the other ones, and then you can add weight. In this case I'm using a kettlebell, but you can use something different because kettlebells can swing and creates an instability and creates an even harder exercise. So use something that can increase the weight of the exercise, the resistance of the exercise, and perform these hollow body planche raises. So you want to hold an hollow body, or if you don't want to hold an hollow body yet because it's too demanding, you can be with your feet on the floor and just raise with your arms. Keep in mind that you need to have your protected scapulas all the time in this exercise. No retraction in this one. Protect your scapula as much as you can. Slowly go down and then raise the bar up, raise the stick up, controlled motion, activation of your core and activation of your scapula. This one can also be done in an easier version or harder version. The harder version is one that I talked before with the hollow body position. The easier version is just performing retraction and protraction of the scapula lying on the floor, just as you did with the hollow body. Instead of raising, you hold there and you just protract and retract your scapulas by lifting up and down the weight, the stick, while you perform this exercise. Keep in mind that this one is a beginner one, just for you to understand the position. When you can hold the position, go for the hold position instead of the raises, because it's more effective when it's translated to the planche hold and when it comes to the scapula on the planche position. So guys, those are some exercises that you can perform to improve your scapula strength for the planche. These are just some exercises. I also have an explanation, a better explanation about the scapula strength in another video that I will link down in the description below. Also, I will link down the programs, the planche programs that I have available. These ones are for beginners, intermediate and advanced athletes from zero that you haven't even started to perform any kind of program or exercise for the planche, and for you to reach the full planche, the whole journey in one program divided in 3 phases: the number 1, the number 2 and the number 3, that complement each other in order for you to progress from stage 0 to the full planche. So if you are interested in these programs, make sure you check the links below, and you will also have another programs there that you can find if you want and if you have other goals. If you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe, click the like button and share it with your friends, and I will see you on the next video.